Hi there, it's Diane. Welcome to my basement. Today we are going to be learning about multiplication. Multiplication is on page 71 in your book. So you can go ahead and open your workbook and we can begin. So, what's the first question we're going to ask ourselves? What's multiplication? Think about it. What is multiplication? What are we doing? Our book tells us that multiplication is the mathematical operation to find the product of two or more factors. You can use the base 10 blocks to represent a multiplication. Oh boy, isn't that a mouthful? Well, a product is the answer to a multiplication problem, and the factors are the numbers that you multiply together. So here our factors are 32 and 4, and the product would be the answer of 32 times 4. But that still doesn't really tell me what multiplication is. For me, I think multiplication is just skip counting. So it's like taking 32 plus 32 plus 32 plus 32. That's a good way to think of it. Well, they're telling us that we can represent the multiplication by repeating the number 32 4 times. Let's look at this. What do we see here? Well, remember that the little squares, or let's call those cubes because they're three-dimensional. The three-dimensional drawing of the cube there, it represents 1. The stick of cubes represents 10 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cubes. So we have 10, 20, 30, 1, 2. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2. 10, 20, 30, 1, 2. And 10, 20, 30, 1, 2. So what they're trying to show us is that 32 times 4 is 32 plus 32 plus 32 plus 32. And then what they show us, because if that wasn't complicated enough, is that you have to add the units, then the tens, and if a result is greater than 9, you have to carry forward. In this example, regroup 10 tens for 100. Did you get that? So, they squished them all together. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They just pushed them together. So we have an 8 in the units column. Then they squished together all the tens. So they counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They put all 12 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But we know that you can't have a 12 in a column. Only the number 9 can go in a column. You can have 9 here, but not 12. Remember when we talked about regrouping and you had to bring the 1 over to the next column? Well, if you count by 10, you would know that 10 tens is 100. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So they circled their group of 10 and they moved the 100 to the hundreds column. And if you think back, you'll remember that a group of 10 tens looks a bit like a square, doesn't it? And that's the 100 square. So the square is the 100, the long sticks are 10, and the little tiny cubes are worth 1. So we found out that the result obtained is the product 128. Is that the only way to do multiplication? Because it seems like it would take me forever to draw all these base 10 blocks. Let's think about it. How can we do multiplication? Well, I just showed you the base 10. How about we just add? So we have 32 plus 32 plus 32 plus 32. 2, 4, 6, 8. 3, 6, 9, 12. 128. Was that the same answer that we got earlier? Let's see if we can focus. Hocus pocus focus. 128. So yes, 128 with base 10 blocks and 128 by adding 32 4 times. Watch this. You can also do 32 times 4. You can multiply the ones column first. So 4 times 2, and that equals 8. And then you can multiply the tens column. 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And you get 128. You can also use a calculator. You can punch it in your calculator, 32 times 4. You won't always have a calculator, and I know you're going to tell me, I'm always going to have a cell phone. But what if the cell phone runs out of battery? Or what if you just need to do it quickly in your head and you don't want to, it's winter time and it's too cold to get out your phone? You can just try to remember certain facts and it just goes by quicker. And on tests, I don't think you're going to be able to use a calculator for your grade 6 exams. So let's try to learn it without a calculator for now. Just to understand what you're doing, okay? It's important. So let's go back to our work. Let's try some practice. Today we're going to practice with the base 10 blocks. So why don't you go ahead and take out your base 10 blocks? Yeah, go ahead. Take out. Oh, what? You don't have any base 10 blocks? Why don't you have any base 10 blocks? Oh, that's right. I didn't put it on the supply list. That's okay. You don't need base 10 blocks. I've got some base 10 blocks for us. So, I was just being silly. Here we have an out of focus camera. Ah, technology. There we go. So here we have 40. Oh, now it wants to play around. Okay. We have 43. Oh, 42. I need to learn to count, don't I? 42. There we go. Times 3. So I need 42. 42. And 40. Can you see all that? Yeah, you can. 42. 42, 42, 42. All right. So 42 times 3 is 42 plus 42 plus 42. So what was the first step we had to do? We had to add the units first. That's very important. So let's collect our units and add our units first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 units, or 6 ones. Wonderful. How many tens do we have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we know that if we count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10 tens is 100. So I'm going to throw in my 100 block there, my square. And now I know I have 126. Let's see if 42 times 3, it is 126. Did that make sense to you? It did? That's the answer you got? Great, I'm proud of you. Let's try B. B says 18 times 3. I can do that. 1 for my tens, and if you don't have these unit cubes or base 10 blocks, you can just draw a long stick for 10, and then you can use little tiny squares if you would like for the units, and then one big square for the hundreds. Okay, so 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm going to put them in groups of 2, so it's going to be easier to count. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's easy for me. You know what? If you line them up against your 10, you can also count that way. Whatever's easier. And then, so that's off the screen. Okay, so that's 18. And then this is also 18. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's see, it was 18 times 3, so I need it 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. So we have 18, 18, 18. What's the first step? Do I start with my tens column or my ones, my little units? You're right, I start with my units. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to switch these 10 for a 10. Now I know there's 8 here, so I have 8. I'm just going to move 2 over. And I'm going to take these 10, and I'm going to throw in a new 10. So now I have how many units? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 18 times 3 should be 54. Ding, ding, ding. It actually is. Way to go. Okay. I think we're on a roll. Let's do 2 more. 27 times 3. For those of you who are drawing, let's draw 27 times 3. So I'm going to have 20, 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I also like to make columns of 5 because then I can easily count to 10. I can take away 2 columns of 5. You'll see what I mean soon. And 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we start, oh, what is that? I only have 27 twice, and it's 27 times 3. Well, I better do my last one. 27. Thank you. I almost missed that. 20. If I make it taller, I'll get more in, won't I? There we go. 20. And then out of focus, hocus pocus, back in focus. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I should have 27 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So we're going to start in our ones column. So remember when I told you if you do dots or your little squares by 5s, then you can easily find 10 because 5 2 times, 5 plus 5 is 10. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can get rid of 10 very easily and put in a new 1. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make my new one red. That way you know that it came from my units. So this new one is when I put my units together. Let's see if we still have another group of 10. I know this is 5, 6, 7. What if I add some more? So I have 7, 8, 9, 10. I do. So I'll take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this group of 5, and I'll move my units over here. Great. So now I know I have a 1 in my ones column. How many 10s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. So my number is going to be 81. Let's see if we have 81. We do. 81. So what our book shows us is that they took the units that they drew, and I know you're not going to be able to erase all the time, so instead of like erasing and making a huge mess with pencil shavings or erasers, what are we going to call those? Eraser rubbings all over the place. What you can do is you can just circle a group of 10, put an X, and move it over and draw your new one. You can circle your 10. See, they left one out. Circle the other 10, put an X, and then draw your new one to the other side. You can do that. Now I'm going to have to think about what's the word? Eraser rubbings? I don't know. If you can think of what you call the little bits of eraser that is left behind, maybe we should start a new word. Think of a new word for what we call the eraser that gets rubbed and then it's all left all over your desk. Okay, so now we are on to 38 times 2. Are you ready? Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 30. We're going to do 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I need to do it 2 times. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. We can do it like the book has it. We can circle 5 and 5, put an X on it, and we're going to move it over there, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my answer, I have 6 1s. Now let's count how many 10s we have. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that what you got too? Was your answer 76? I hope it was. I'm sure it was, because that's the right answer. It's 76. I think you're well on your way. You can do this. How about we try one of the word problems? You know, sometimes it's a little harder when we add words, but if you can find out the clues from the clues, what you need, it should be kind of easy. Let's see. Just need to find the clues, like Blue's Clues. Here we go. Maybe I'll use the color blue. We can find Blue's Clues. Claire needs to rehearse 26 songs for the school musical. Oh, that's nice. She's going to sing. She sings each song 4 times. La 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 la. How many times does she sing her songs in all? She sings 26 songs 4 times. How many times does she sing la 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 her songs in all? I'm pretty sure that we're going to multiply 26 times 4. Now some of you might go 26 plus 26 plus 26 plus 26. You will get the same answer as the people who do 26 times 4. It's just a matter of saving time, honestly. You're going to get the right answer, but it's how quickly you can do it, because sometimes you're not going to have a lot of time to do the math, which is why people use calculators, because they're fast. But sometimes you don't have calculators, so let's try this. How are you going to solve this problem? Are you going to use base 10 and draw? Are you going to use addition and add 4 times? Or are you going to try to multiply? Go ahead, solve it the way that you would like to solve it. If you want to add, then what you are going to do is go 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 6 is 18, plus 6 is 24. Carry your 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So you're going to have the answer of 104. If you're the person who likes to multiply and you want to do 6 times 4 is 24 and carry the 2, and then you're going to do 2 times 4 is 8 plus 2 and get 104, then you can do it that way. If you're the person who likes to draw, because you are an artist, then you can do 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't follow my rule with doing 5 and then 1, did I? I like doing the 5 and the 1. Okay, so we have to do 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have enough space? Can you see? And then 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to take 5 and 5, 5 and 5. Put an X on it because we don't want it. We're going to move it over to the other side. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we have 10 tens. So we're going to circle them, put an X on it, and now we have a square. That's 100. It's my best looking square. So now we have 100. We X'd off all of our tens, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 104 if you use base 10. You have 104 if you added 26 4 times. And you have 104 if you multiplied. We all got it right. So that's basically how you multiply. There's something else. Let's see. It's only been 25 minutes. We have about 5 more minutes. I know some of you are excited. You're like, "Oh, I learned something new today." I hear ya. I love learning new things too. That's why I want to teach you about Egyptian multiplication. Here is a curious way to multiply. It is called Egyptian multiplication. Suppose you want to multiply 314 by many different numbers. You know, I was just thinking to myself, Diane, don't you want to multiply the number 314 by many different numbers? And my answer was yes, yes I do. Begin by making a list, starting with the number 314 times 1. It equals 314. Double the red number and the product to make each new line in the list. So they went 1, 2, 4, and 8. And then you see the product, which we know is the answer. It goes up. 314, 628, 1,256, 2,512. Decide what number you want to multiply 314 by. Find red numbers that add up to your value. Add the numbers to the right of the equal sign from those rows. Holy cow, that is a lot of words. I'm going to simplify it. So basically, watch this. What they're trying to tell you is, hold on to your hats. I'm going to use the number 6 because it is a little number, and when I teach something, I like to use lower numbers just to help make sense. So I'm going to use the number 6. And I'm going to multiply it by the number, 210. So watch this. What they're trying to tell us, it would help if you could see. What they're trying to tell us, can you see? You can see. Oh yeah. Nope. Hocus pocus focus. Let's try that one more time. Okay. So what they're trying to show us is this. Oh boy. They're trying to say, give up on trying to get me to focus. It's having one of those days. Okay. That's all right. So, let me take away the book and we'll make it on a flat surface. So, we have the number 612. So when you have the number 612, 600, it's so blurry, I don't even know the number. When you have the number 6 times 210, you have to think of what numbers equal 6. So what numbers can you think of to equal 6? So if I add, the numbers, how about 2 and 3? Nope, 3, 4, 5. How about the numbers 3 and 3? Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So if I take the number 3 and I have it 2 times, 3 plus 3 is 6. So watch this. If I take, I think I got it. Okay, if I take the number 3 and I multiply it times 210, and then I take this 3 and I multiply it by 210, because 3 plus 3 is 6, when I add them together, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. It is going to equal the same number as 6 times 210. Are you ready for this? You are so ready for this. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 1 is 6. And 6 times 2 is 12. So I'm looking for the answer 1,260. Ooh, I'm getting excited. Okay, so 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 times 2 is 6. Oh, plus, well, I've already done it here, but we'll do it again. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. And 3 times 2 is 6. 630 plus 630 equals, drum roll, 0 plus 0 is 0, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 6 plus 6, you're right, is 12. I didn't give myself enough room. 1,260. I know, that's incredible. So watch this. It doesn't end there. What other numbers equal 6? How about 2 plus 2 plus 2? So watch this. 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. We all agree with that? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it does. Okay, so if we take 2 times 210, 2 times 210, 2 times 210, and then we add them all together, guess what number it's going to equal? You're not going to believe it. What number do you think 2 times 210 plus 2 times 210 plus 2 times 210 equals? What? 1,260? How did you do that so fast? Oh, right, because you knew that if you take the number 6 and you break it down into its parts and you multiply it by the same number, you can just add. You're right. So 2 times 210 is what? What is 2 times 210? It's the same as 210 plus 210, right? So 420. So 420 plus 420 plus 420 equals, the ones column first, 0 plus 0 plus 0, 0. 2 plus 2 plus 2, 2, 4, 6. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 4 more, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're right. That is called Egyptian math. Way to go. Well, it's 33 after. I'm sure you want to move on and do other things in your day today. It was a pleasure being with you. Stay curious, and I will see you next time. Bye.